Right, just waiting for the all in now. This is my 4th round, I think, now, of the FA Cup. I've drawn my old mate John Harvey, who's down on 13. I think he'll be hard to beat. I've drawn 23. I didn't really want to be up here, if I'm honest. Well, I just didn't want Harvey on that peg. Like any other peg, I think I could have had a chance of beating him, but to be up against it here, I think 150 would be a really good result here, whereas he could cash 200 on there. But we'll have a go. There's some fish against that island. I'm going to start on a method. 2 dead reds on the hook again, and I'm just going to loose feed casters, shallow, and they're going to be my sort of 2 approaches. I can't see winning on anything else, so let's just drop this in now. These casters now. Hoping I can get like 4 hours on this. Just keep chucking it, keep winding them little squeaker car back, and then have a really good last 2 hours on those casters shallow. But we'll see. There you are. That's what we want. That's what we want now. Pulled the line out of my hands, that one. It's going mental. I need to catch a lot of fish on this because they tend to be them little 2-pounders. But if you're catching them that quick, and that's not a problem. The only concern I've got is I've only got 8 pints of casters. I'd like to have sort of 10 for a 6-hour match really. So I might not even feed them the first hour, or feed them like really sparing. Again. Hooks up to the net, look. Nice start. That one off the bank. Trick shot. Only lying too long. A little bit too far for back for my linkings. I'm just going to lightly flick some casters there now. Until like go on it, then I'll start letting them have it a bit more. Fish on that island. Racking that cast. Leave it in, chuck it in again. Just want to cast quite regular to start. Get some bait in there, get some fish in there. And then we can be a little bit more patient then, when we can see some fish tailing up there. Knocked on my bait off a feeder. Haven't seen anybody catch anything yet. But it'll be the last sort of 2.5 hours it'll kick off on this place. It's always the same. Nice. Just hold the line in between my fingers there just to sink it. And then like that last one, if there's one grabs it, you just feel it pulling on the line. Fish are quite slack as well. You don't want it too tight. A little update then. About half an hour. fish now. I've just had 4 chucks. Just out of the blue, it just feels like more bait I'm getting in there now. More fish that come in there. Oh, but coming up on him. You're a whistler. So you can whistle you a nice song, you're going to see it. So off we go there now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, not bad. It's not bad at the minute. It's a single dead red on the method. Seems best. And I have seen a swirl in my casters already as well, which is nice. So, anytime the feeder like wipes the mud on the way in, it goes round like. It must be undercut over there and they're really tight. Oh, like that, lovely that is. I don't think anybody's empty in there. I might well see it, I can't see a lot here. Yeah. Keep catching, I guess we won't be far away. Scott on 20 next to me was having a few shallow. So that's a good sign for me. It is a better shallow peg than this, but I'm the next angler to win, so if he's having a few, I might get a few later on. Don't know whether that's just caught up there. That. Might just have to wind that in and rechuck it. Just give it a minute. Just going sparingly on these casters at the minute. I like to feed twice as much as what I feed in, but I don't want to get them there then run out, so I've got plenty of room, so I should be able to pull a few fish in around me. I think I'll rechuck that. Ah yeah, just caught up on that bit of grass that was. Oh, that's annoying. Rechuck that again. Just caught up on a strand of grass that was in the water there. There's like a little coot or something on the island over there. And he's pushing a few bits of grass in over the bank. It's a nuisance. Hold our line. It's all sunk and set nice. I've got a 3/4 ounce tip in, the lightest tip I can get in this rod. I don't want any resistance and risking dragging that feeder off our shell. Slack. It's a 30 gram feeder, so when we pick that up, there's no problem, they'll hook themselves on that. So I'm not worried about a tight line to it. A few casters going in there. There you are, look. This one. There, the more I'm chucking, the much better it's getting. I wish I had like a bait up feeder set up as well, just to give them 2 or 3 big bait ups. Micros to get some fish in there. Yeah, this is nice living there. These are nice fish again, that. fish. Oh no. Oh man. Nonsense all the time with it. Let's see if I can nick another one for the camera. Plenty of pellets on this feeder, as much as I can squeeze in that mould. Nice big blob of micros. What's that? I want to get some more bacon. Okay, that's money. That's absolute money. Good there now, look. He's a headbanger. Nice to stay on this all day, to be honest. I'm not even worried about that shallow line. Okay, that's a bit better than the last one. Come on, boy. Lunatic. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop that nonsense over there. What's your chance when you blew it? Right, we're on the hour mark now. It's going alright. I've got, what have we got? £30 on the clicker. Got another one on now. It's ticking over nice. From what I can see, everybody's fishing shallow at the minute. No one's really emptying it. Like, I can only, what can I see? 1, 2, I can only see 4 anglers, but 11, 4, no one's tapping a light yet. Fan going past there as usual. So this method's nice. It's just ticking over nice, to be fair. Little runs like 2 in 2 chucks, and then you'll have 2 chucks without one, and then you'll have another little run. And that's sort of the average stamp. Probably average out to like 2 1/4 pound. That sort of size, but it's alright. If you just get an odd bigger one thrown in the mix as well. And then 5-pounders will soon bump your weight up. on this now, I think, until I see some signs on that shallow line. But even then, like, it'll be hard to come off this if it stays like this. That's a lovely cast, if I don't say so myself. You're averaging out like £35 an hour at the minute, you know, on this. But you'll catch £50 an hour on that shallow line, so I can ignore that. It's £2. Some casters there again. Just wish I had more so I could really like attack it. But I don't risk it at the minute. Plenty of liners and stuff there now. Hopefully I'll just keep ticking over. Like if I can get another good 3 hours on this. It's a 6-hour match, so we've got plenty of time. Oh, it's on my back in this is. Fishing this method. Oh. I've done my watering already. Scott's still having an odd fish up, though, not emptying it, but it's a good sign for me, that is. I'm not really worried about if I get beat anywhere around me. I'm just trying to beat Harvey, so he's catching some fish there. I like him there, look. That's the trouble, I'll move the feeder that way, guaranteed. So I think probably better off bringing that back in now. Oh, we got it. Just as I said that. And this method is brilliant at the minute, and I've got this whole island to myself, no one else is chucking. So hopefully just keep drawing fish in all the time on this. Plenty of fish up here, to be fair. Oh, that's not good. Pulled him a bit too hard then. It's a shame that. Don't want to be making mistakes like that if I can help it, really. That's £3 gone bag in there now. Together, yeah. Just pulled him a bit too hard under my feet then. And I got a bit overexcited. Take my time with this one now, not trying to seem like a goddamn fool. I just spooked the fish off my shallow line there now, which is a good sign. You know what, I think we might have a few here today. We might even have a chance, depending on what's happening down there. bottle them up. Whoa now man, I need a bit in the net, but there's a chance when he was up there. Mind it in. Come on. Whoa man. So we're up to the 2-hour mark now. Just had like a funny sort of 15 minutes where it's gone really slow. I had 1 or 2 hook pulls like under my feet, and from catching really well to had a bad little spell there. Now it's finally gone round again though. I just don't feel like the numbers are there like what they were. Probably up to about £60 now, which isn't bad at all. People are catching shallow around the lake now, but I'm going to keep priming my line up. I don't want to go on it quite yet. I feel like if I put the method down, then I won't be able to go back on it because I won't have had the feed. Oh god, see the car again now. I've got a couple of them today now. I don't know why they're doing that. From not having a hook pull to... I probably had 4 do that now. So I'm going to go a bit sideways here at the minute. I waited ages for that one as well. Bad cast there. So I'm thinking about I'll probably give this another 20, and if it hasn't really picked up much on this, I think I'll have to pick that shallow line up. I just don't feel like this is the best area to catch shallow. It feels like the method is my best chance of doing a big weight. But even that's got to be fun now, so... Just need to try and keep ticking over, but I don't know why I'm having these hook pulls all of a sudden. There's all them little ones that keep popping off, the little scrappers there. It was going nicely, I thought we got a right chance here, but I've lost sort of 15 minutes there now, got nothing in the net. I'm feeding casters, and that's all I can see is like little fish on them. No quality fish there at all. Talking on those casters. The problem I might have is it might just get worse and worse as the day goes on. Like, with it being quite narrow compared to the rest of the lake. The boys are catching well shallow to my left now. Perhaps I should be on that. I'm a bit stubborn staying on this method, I don't know. Oh, it's gone round again now, we'll see. Oh look. That's got me snagged up in something. So, it's funny, you go like 10 minutes there, can't get one on the hook, and then I've done 2 chucks then. I've got a pipe in the water just onto my right there. Got to watch him with that. Oh, nothing there. Oh no, look. Stop going down there now. When you've got a hook properly, you're absolutely nailed. Them ones that have popped off must just be nipped or something. I'd like to see an odd bigger swirl in our feed really. I'm not happy about those little bits being in there. say so myself. Yeah, a little too nice in fact. Yeah. Caught up there on that root, look. Don't lose everything. That's right. Just a few roots there, if you get really tight. There's a few bits and pieces under the surface there. Just little things like that, like slowing you down all the time and not lost fish. Hard time chucking in the island. If you ain't chucking super tight, then you're not catching them, so I'd rather get stuck a few times and catch a fish rather than dropping it short and not catching as much. Boys are catching well shallow on there now. Right then, update time, we're halfway through. And I've had an absolute stinking last hour. Just before this fish, I've hooked one and it's gone through a snag, lost a lot. Got another one that's done me in my nets. Just absolute nightmare, to be honest. I had a look shallow. I had one carp that I fouled up in the cheek. It's just gone really, really hard now. And it feels like all the other boys like to my left are catching well. Me and Andy up here aren't catching a lot at all. So I thought I was going to have a few shallow, to be honest, but apart from that one fish just out of the blue, never looked like catching one. So I don't really know what to do for the best. Like if that don't kick off, I don't know what's going to happen, because this feeder line is just getting slower and slower and slower all the time now. Just grinding out odd bites, you know. You'll probably finish up with £100 if you just carried on this. Otherwise I'm going to need probably 180, like realistically. So just got to hope for a miracle this last little bit if they come on that shallow line, but I just can't see it. It's too still up here, too flat. I want to be in that ripple. I want a nice ripple coming across here. Just want to feel right up here. I've got another little chuck. I picked up another method line, another couple of chucks, but I never went. Just thought maybe I could get them going again somewhere else, but it didn't happen. It's just going to be a case of, if I can catch a few the next hour, get up to like £100, and then just hope the last 2 hours they come good on that caster, but I just can't see it at the minute. There's no fish swirling there, it's just fire a few passes in, there's just like little roach all over them, so. It's got a duck there. I need this to kick off again and need another good hour on it. £70, like, had a push. The way he was going, I thought he was going to carry on that nice all day, really. Probably got enough to see me through now the next sort of 3 hours, so just keep them going in. That up in the feed, really positive now. Little fish. They're not coming in on this method like what they were. You have to go on now. Ball of like it goes across the island as well. Just trying to get some bait out there, put some fish back in. It's just work, to be fair, because I've had a couple of pulls there now quick. Oh my god, I can't see John and I don't know how he's getting on. I see Peg 11's catching a few and he's catching a few there. I thought John's catching a pile. Shame I had that bad hour. I felt as if I was still in the mix. I just feel like I'm slipping away now. These fish are small, you know, £2 a piece, man. See, they're not quick. That's a problem. Start keeping those casters in now. Right, 2 hours left, just under 2 hours, and it's not getting no better, it's getting worse if anything. I've had to reset up twice again. Like fishing against the island, it's gone round, pick up, carp on, just snag solid, that's up. I think that's my 5th setup now. I've moved spots again now, so I'm on my 3rd spot on the method. I've had one there, but bit of an awkward chuck, to be honest. No signs on our shallow line. It's fizzing, but there's no like fish up swirling or nothing on it. Probably got, what have I got now with our last one? Probably got £80 now, which is not good. This was in the start we had. It's a shame I've lost so many in snags and all that. Could have been thereabouts otherwise, you know. It's got windy as hell all of a sudden. It's just making it a job to feed these casters. I'm going to have to go back and have a look shallow. Can't see this method doing the damage now. Just gonna drop in on a little dipper. See what happens. Proper up the feed on it now, so just trying to get some fish in there. There's some meat there still. Right. chucking them effort and I'm shallow. I need to make something happen now. I need to catch £100 really, next 2 hours. But... right, how to go? I just had 200 jigger here now. Big old F1 in the car. The wind's really bad now, so it feels as if this is the only thing I can fish really. And it's gusting, it's going everywhere. I don't think it's fishing alright. Like I wouldn't have thought I'd be anywhere. But it's a fish being caught. So fish in these casters is just hard to catch. Just every now and then the pole just bends over when I'm hanging on the end like so. Try and get a little run this last hour. Oh, that's another one there, look. There's a fish there now. That jigger seems to be best. I can just search the depths a bit more on that jigger. Great how you're drawing it now, so got a bit more power in the elastic. Big F1 again, I think. To the car. Can't tell. Jigger's exploded, but it'll have to do for now. Big pouch casters. Just hammering him in his best. Right, we're down to half hour to go now. Just fouled up 2 fish on that jigger, so I've come off of it. And I've got a little overshotted rig on. It's a little 0.1 carbon cookie. And I've had 4 on this now. Just had a big F1 on it now. I feel like there's millions of fish there, but there are some fish there. There. badly on the way out. So we've got 10 metres now, so we'll hit the short 4 among the black sections. Just got my 13 metre section behind me because the carp run like hell, so take it to the island. Swing up then. Good fish on this, to be fair. Carp. Well, that was the end of our match. It was tough, as I thought it was going to be at that end, to be fair. Not a very good draw. If the wind was blowing up there, it'd probably been a lot better, but to beat John on 13 was an uphill task from the start. So fair play to him. He's won the match, John has, and he's smashed the match record. So he's obviously fished a brilliant match to be able to do that. We've sort of just limped home a good sort of, what did we have, a good 90 minutes to start that method, and then it sort of went P-tong on us then, really. We lost quite a few fish in snags, had to reset up a few times. Shallow line never really come any good until the last, I reckon, 40 odd minutes, and then we had a really good run, probably caught 40 pound the last 40 minutes. It was really good, just needed that an hour earlier, but even that wouldn't have made a difference. John was so far ahead. He finished up with 236 pound for a new match record, so fair play to him. That's a big weight on the match, like that is, and to catch that up where I was, I'd have probably needed 12 hours worth of fishing, so fair play to him. So he's through, we are out on our asses. We had 127 pound on some ounces. We finished up fourth in the match, but I think we were 6 ounces out of the main frame, so an extra kick in the spuds just to add insult to injury. But that's match fishing, that's the nature of that sort of cup competition. So unfortunately, we're not going to make the final this year, but I've got Barson to look forward to next week. Now that's 3 days, and then I'm going to come home for a day, and then I'm going over to Westwoods. I've got a little practice with my mate Crocker for Fishermania for 2 days, and then the final is in 2 weeks after that. So it'll be nice to get up there, get a few ideas of what I'm going to do, because at the minute I'm absolutely clueless what it's going to be like. So I'll try and get at least one day of the festival filmed, if I can. Maybe do like a little festival vlog, or maybe just one live match one day, but I'm sure we'll get something out of it. Right, on to the next one. Don't forget the old thing everybody says, like and subscribe and all that does help the channel grow. When I can see things moving along, gives me more of an incentive to put more videos up and that. So cheers, I'll see you on the next one.